Shall we dream for a little while? Ease our minds, free our inner child. Soon you'll see things will be okay. Shed your fear, dream it all away. Wander free, bring your loving heart, dance with me under a sea of stars, blissfully in each other's grasp, full of dreams, never looking back. And if we fall from this place, we could change it all and build a new frame. There are no laws in this space to find. So go on, dream tonight. Pleasantly drifting through the sky. No more tears, no more fear to fight. Walk with me, bring that love and smile, and we'll dream for a little while. And we'll dream for a little while. Shall we dream for a little while? What a day to be passing by. What a day for... I guess it would have been in say 2004, 2005, and it actually came out of a result of many years of playing guitar on my own, trying to figure out songs by ear. In that sense, music was always kind of been a game for me, and something that has always been enjoyable. It's never been like something I felt I had to do or anyone pressured me to do. It was like literally jigsaw, listening to the songs that I liked, and it was just rewarding when you've solved it. And I did that for a lot of years, and it got to the point where I kind of plateaued with that or just got kind of bored. And I was going to UBC at the time, and I met a guy from France named Matt, who was just an incredible guitarist, really into gypsy jazz, like Django Reinhardt kind of style stuff. And we just really clicked well, and he was just such a good teacher, and he helped me learn a lot. But at the same time, there was somebody that came in to this like guitar club that we were a part of to instruct on a bit of theory, like just like scales and stuff. And it was enough to get me interested in realizing, oh, okay, this is how you kind of play solos, or this is how you lead, and make sense of why. And then I'd use the summer to like, I got one of those music theory for idiots guides, and which are really good books. And there's like two things in there that really actually just opened up how songs kind of worked in a sense. And from then I was just like, oh, this makes sense. Oh, that makes more sense. And And then I wrote my first song from that, and just being like, okay, now I know like how these chords are related, and like it narrows down the options of just randomly throwing things together. And that's cool too, but it gives you a direction to start and places to build from. So yeah, that's why I started writing songs, and it just kind of went up from there, and it just became a fun process to keep writing. Dictates your truth. That it comes from real experience, and none of my songs are ever like, you know, me trying to think about what they want to hear. It's something that I've lived through, and or a perspective that I have learned heavily through somebody else. I'm a hell of a sushi fan. It's something I've never been able to get tired of. I've eaten a ridiculous amount of it in my time, especially since moving to Vancouver. I'm originally from Kelowna, and like they're starting to pick up the slack now, but in general the sushi was just not good in Kelowna. Whereas here it's like they're everywhere and they're all really good. So it's finding the restaurants that have the specific thing that's really good that they do, like the specialty. I grew up in a family of my father, who's a very skilled and an amazing singer-songwriter, a brother who's musical, and a family that just embraced it. And when I was little, we would sit around, my dad was a teacher too, and he'd always have people hang out in our kitchen, and they would just play, and they'd play all songs from like as old back as, I don't know, the 30s, the 20s, like really old songs, to, you know, your Bob Dylan, Willie Nelson kind of folk, whatever, anything. And I loved seeing it, and I remember that vision is burnt in my brain as like something that was really cool, but I was afraid of it too, because I knew if I went in close, they would try to make me sing. And at that point, I was so terrified. I was terrified until I was about 20 years old to even try singing. But I knew that that was important for some reason. And so now that I look at the things that I've done in the last year, when I left my old career to do music, I wasn't sure how I was going to do it, but I just knew I wanted to do more things. And in my old career, I did a lot of team building and kind of community things. Like that was kind of more of I recognize as a strength of mine, is building community around, it doesn't really matter what, but I understand how they grow and what makes them work, and how great they are to be a part of. And yeah, and then to the long answer the question, it really is the community that music can pull together, because there are no judgments with music. A lot of the time it breaks that, it kind of washes that away, even if there's different languages. What a day to be passing by. What a day for a walk outside.